In her first book, Tourism, Dr. Judy Deterville-Jacob claims that it is the island's biggest source of income. Her qualitative analysis of the sector aimed to close the gap between those who appear to gain from tourism and those who have the opposite opinion at the lowest level. Tourism, as the author puts it, can be summed up into three words: tourism, poverty, and employment, focused on the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 1, No Poverty, and SDG 8, Economic and Social Affairs. With the gains and losses so dramatically opposed, Dr. Deterville-Jacob, who works in the industry as the public relations manager at the Sandals Grand Resort and Spa, sought to start bridging the gap with her work.
What you can say is that if tourism is such a successful industry, which we want it to be, that it will increase employment and thereby decrease poverty. That's what we would like. So these are the preconceptions that I had going into the study, that yes, tourism is great, it's doing so well, people are flourishing, they have great jobs, they have cars, they have lovely houses, but there's another picture on the ground on the other side of tourism, which is the problem statement. That's what we're facing. So how now do we bridge that gap and ensure that everyone benefits from the industry?
There are a myriad of challenges faced by the industry, thus sparking the need for the critical review.
Really, it is that because St. Lucia depends on tourism as the mechanism for economic and social development or advancement, we do have challenges that we are facing, such as the rising cost of living and high public debt, and we know this. Tourism is driven for profit, and there's increasing disparity between the owners of the tourism plant and especially the line workers across the sector, and again, we know this. So a lot of what I talk about, we know, however, we don't sort of meet it eye to eye in different sectors as we work, rushing around in our daily lives. And so this is what the book does, is it brings it all together in one, sort of a one-stop shop area.
The tourist sector has the potential to grow to a billion-dollar industry. At the time of her writing, the island's minimum wage had not been implemented as yet. This she views as an opportunity for more research to paint a clearer picture of equitable disbursement in the future.
Based on its current trajectory, you saw the trajectory of tourism growing happily, that tourism will continue to contribute to the economy as a billion-dollar industry. But the question we must ask ourselves is, how are people benefiting from the sector? So we suspect, we can see that government is benefiting, we can see big business is benefiting, but now are the people benefiting? And so that was very timely now with the introduction. I said I'd mention again the minimum wage, very timely with that. So that having been introduced in late 2024, I would be really interested to see another study in the next 5 years that sees and follows people to see how that has changed and impacted their lives, so that you see the time pre-minimum wage, and then you have now post-minimum wage, a 5-year span to see what has happened in people's lives, what are they saying now, how has the industry begun to affect individuals at the lower end of the spectrum, what's the difference then, and I'd like to see that happen.
Dr. Deterville-Jacob launched her study on tourism on Wednesday, January 29, 2025. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austinay.